welcome to chair yoga. This is absolutely one of my favorite classes to teach when I'm in the studio or when I'm at a senior center. It's fantastic for people who can't get up and down off the ground, who might have issues with their knees or some pains in their wrists. So it really takes some of the pressure off the joints. I also think that a chair is just a great way to get in some really stable, steady alignment. So this video is going to be for people who are a little bit more active, even if you're a senior. We'll be getting up and down, there will be some standing postures, and we'll always have the chair here just for a little bit of extra support to help with the balances and to help with your alignment, to really lift up, to get really strong through your body. So before we get started, you need a couple of things. You need a chair, obviously, it is chair yoga. A chair without arms works best, so if your legs are going to come out to the side or anything like that, it just gives you a little bit more space. The other thing you need to make sure you have is a steady surface for the chair to be on. So if you are on a hardwood floor or a tile floor, it might be a little bit slippery with the chair. If you're on a carpet, the chair is not going to move. Your other alternative is to put down a rubber mat or a yoga mat of some kind, like you see under my feet here, and have at least 2 rungs of the chair on that. And so that's going to keep you nice and steady when you're using the chair for your standing balances. So, I'll give you a second, get what you need all gathered up. You can pause the video, and when you come back, we will get started. Okay, welcome back. Go ahead and start with your feet on the ground, sitting up nice and tall in your chair. I want you to feel your belly hug in a little bit and see if you can lengthen up through your side body. So you're growing almost a centimeter here as you lift through the crown of your head. Let your palms relax in your lap and let your feet be on the ground. If it feels okay, at this point you'll close your eyes. If you get dizzy when you close your eyes, you don't like to close your eyes for any reason, just soften your gaze towards a point that's not moving. You'll take a deep breath in through your nose. And a nice full breath out through your nose or mouth. Do that 2 more times. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Last one, deepest breath in. Fullest exhale. And so you get to come to a place where you feel your feet on the ground. And you just start to notice. You notice where you're feeling sensations in the body. How your breath is, whether it's deep or shallow. And then you notice the thoughts that pop up in your head. Your mind is always going to move, it's always going to think. And there's very little that you have control of outside of yourself. But believe it or not, you do have control over that. And so you start to watch your thoughts. Almost like a TV that's on in the background while you're doing dishes or tidying up the house. You're aware that it's there, but you're not really paying attention to it. You're focused more on the task at hand. And right now, that's your breath. So take 5 more cycles where you are. Take a full breath in through your nose. And a long breath out through your mouth. Both arms reach up on your breath in. Blink your eyes open. Exhale, draw your hands through heart center. When you follow the hands here, do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time with that. Inhale, both arms reach. This time on the exhale, float your arms down by your sides. Palms will come out. And you can feel the shoulders roll back a little bit. Get some motion in there. Just notice if you're feeling a little tight. Then bringing the shoulders forward as you're ready. Let both arms reach again on your in-breath. On your out-breath, twist over to your right. And so we'll keep this moving. Nice movement through the spine. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Do that again. This one you'll hold. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist right. And you're holding. Arms can stay out. You keep lifting up through the crown of your head. Maybe your arms fall down by your sides. Take one more full breath in. Stay to breathe out. Reach back up through center on your next inhale. Exhale, twist over to the left. And so I'll always be your mirror. I like to remind people that. Lifting, lengthening, breathe in. Steady breath out, you stay. Both arms go back up on your inhale. Exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. All right, scooch a little bit closer to the edge of your chair. With your feet firmly planted on the ground, you'll use a little bit of momentum on your inhale. Bring yourself up to your chair pose. So you're just hovering over the seat of your chair here. I'm on the side, you're not, don't fall. Pressing through your feet. Arms can be up overhead or your hands can stay at heart center. And I want you to start to feel the pelvis get really stable as you press through your feet. Take another breath in. Exhale, bring your arms back. Inhale, press through your feet. Sweep all the way up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands at heart center. Palms down by your side. Find your mountain pose for a moment here. It's literally just standing on your own 2 feet. And it still remains one of the hardest things to do. Just to stand, just to breathe. And so you start to trust your footing. Feel your kneecaps lift, your quads get really strong. And you're still lifting up through the crown of your head. So you'll sense a theme here. You're always lengthening through the spine, lifting up. Take a full breath in here. And stay to breathe out. All right, go ahead and grab your chair. You'll bring it to the end of your mat or whatever your surface that you're on. The seat will face you, and you'll find a modified tabletop pose. You'll bring your hands to the seat of the chair, and then your feet are underneath your hips. Gentle bend into the knees. That's just going to allow the spine to move a little bit more fluidly. On your inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Again, soft knees here. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine. Do that again. Inhale, belly drops. This is cow pose. Exhale, spine rounds, cat. One more like that. Inhale, belly drops. Bring your chest through your shoulders. Exhale, round your spine. Start to come back through neutral. I want you to feel your belly hug in so you're strong and steady through the spine. Press the seat of the chair away so you're super active through the hands. And then on your next breath in, lift your right leg back. So you start to work some length through the heel. Pulling back, you might leave both hands down or you can reach an arm up. So it's your choice. You're taking a breath in. On your exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose, round the spine. Do that 2 more times, lengthening on your inhale, really lengthen, feel strength in your core. Exhale, knee draws in. 1 more time, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, knee draws in. Inhale to extend out. Exhale, bring your foot and hand back down to your chair and the mat, sway into your hips a little bit from side to side. And then you'll work the same thing on your second side. Right foot stays down, left leg lifts back on an inhale. And then take rounding out of the spine, so get strong here. And try not to open up through the hip, but really keep the hips squared down towards the mat. You can reach your right hand forward. Take a full breath in. The hand reaching is optional. Exhale, knee draws in. Do that 2 more times. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee draws in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee towards nose, and the body parts are just guides. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bring your foot down to the mat, hand back to the chair if it was lifted, and you sway again from side to side. From here, you can keep your hands, walk your feet back, find a bit of a modified downward facing dog. I want you to really press the chair away, and again, it's on a surface where you can press and not move. Nice soft knees, and send your hips back. So what I want you to feel here is some length through your spine. Really bending the knees so that it's not too much tugging in the hamstrings, and you're taking another full breath in. You'll stay to breathe out. And then on your next inhale, walk your feet to your hands. Little bit of a fold here. Bring your hands to your hips, shoulders soften, and on your inhale, rise all the way up to stand. All right, grab that same chair, bring it back. You'll come to stand behind it. And so we want to warm up the feet from here. I'm going to come to the front of the chair just so you can see what my feet are doing. But for you guys taking this class, you can stay behind the chair and hold onto it for a little bit of help with balance. Some of you might want to bring your hands on your hips if you're feeling a little more steady today. And so again, you're always working with how your body feels on any given day. So let it change, let it shift, do what you need to do today. You can bring your hands down by your sides, hands on the chair, hands on the hips, and on your inhale, start to rise up to tippy toes. On your exhale, lower your heels, lift all 10 toes up. So you're priming your feet here. On your inhale, heels lift, again, lifting straight up. On your exhale, lower the heels, lift your toes, strengthening your arches. One more time, inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, lower your heels, lift your toes up. All 10 toes come back down. You're still standing behind your chair, and you'll start to bring your feet out a little bit wider. Just to your degree, just so that you're comfortable, starting to warm up through some movement in the hips. You'll take a breath in through center. On your exhale, bend your right knee, dip over to your right side. Inhale through center, and again, never any pain in the knee. Exhale, bend into the left knee. So you can make this as deep or as shallow as you want. Inhale through center. Maybe this is your bend today. Exhale, right knee bends. Inhale, center. Maybe you go a little deeper. Exhale, left knee bends. Inhale through center. One more time each side. Exhale, right knee bends. Inhale through center. Exhale, left knee bend. So you're getting that nice movement through the hip and knee joints. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, start to step your feet back together. Go ahead and come to the side of your chair from here. And you'll set up your first standing balance. So this is where you really want to make sure at least 2 rungs of that chair are on a surface where it's not going to slip. Leaving your left foot down. You can start to bring your right foot anywhere but the knee. You might kickstand it and leave the toes on the ground. You might start to bring it to the calf. And then once you get to where you're going, start to lift up. So you come out of the hip on the left side. Maybe your right arm reaches. And then you could always hover the left hand. You can grip the chair for dear life. Or you can lift the left hand up and you're breathing for 3. So you set your gaze to something that's not moving for 2. Take one more full breath in. Exhale, everything floats all the way down. Pedal out your feet. Get a little break through the left leg. Every movement that we do in this class in particular, in any yoga class I teach, is always functional movement. So it's all movements that you want to be able to do regardless of how old you are. It's basic human ability. One of those things is hip hinging. And so that's what you'll work now. Keeping your left foot down. Right knee will lift in towards your chest. So you find this balance again. Keep the right foot flexed. Maybe the right arm reaches up. You take your breath in. On your exhale, bend your standing knee. Your left knee, fly back, airplane pose. So it's a hip hinge. Your spine stays long. Inhale, right knee lifts in. You've got the chair there to hold you. Exhale, fly back, airplane pose. One more time. Inhale, knee lifts in. Exhale, send it back, airplane pose. Inhale, bring the right knee in. Exhale, straighten the leg. Good, inhale, knee in. Exhale, everything back down to the ground. Walk to the other side of your chair. Again, 2 rungs are on a mat or a steady surface, and you'll find your tree pose again. Right foot stays down this time. Left foot comes anywhere but the knee. You want to feel the foot press into either the ankle or the calf, and the calf or the ankle back into the foot. So that's going to start to draw everything up through the center line. You can reach your left arm if that feels comfortable. Maybe the right arm reaches. You've always got the chair there to hold on to for 3. There's going to be wobbles. You're going to fall. I like to say that if you don't fall, you can't have a triumphant return. So know that the ground is there when you step out of it. It's 1 more breath in. Exhale, everything comes back down to the ground. Feet pedal out, hips get a little break, knee gets a little break. And then working your airplane pose. Right hand stays on the chair. Bring your left knee in on your breath in. Get steady here first. Maybe the left arm reaches up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fly back. Now as you bend the right knee, that's going to allow for some more movement in the hip. Inhale, left knee comes in. Exhale, fly back. And the leg doesn't have to lift high. Inhale, bring the left knee in. You really want to focus on lengthen the spine. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, start to bring the knee in. Exhale, straighten the leg. Good, feel the quad muscles really strong. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, everything back down to the mat. And you can pedal out the feet. Maybe you circle out the hips a little bit here. So this is actually a really nice movement for the hips just to get things moving. Take it the opposite way. All right, grab that chair again. Start to bring it over towards the end of whatever surface you're working with. Hands will come to the back of the chair. Lunging is another one of those functional human movements. So we'll start to work into that a little bit here. And I want you right up against the back of the chair. Take a breath in, let both arms reach. Exhale, hands to the back of the chair. Step your left foot back to lunge. So your right foot is as close to underneath the rung of the chair as you can get it. Your knee isn't going to be too far forward, so you want some nice and steady stability here. If you did lift the hands up, you would feel steady. You might take a wider stance with the feet even. We're not auditioning for the circus today, so allow for some space. The heel can be lifted, or for some of you, I know it feels more comfortable to take a way shorter stance and keep the hip, or rather the heel, down. And so either one works here. It's here, or it's here. You'll take a breath in. On your exhale, straighten your right leg. Let your chest come down a little bit. You'll feel some length through the back of the right thigh. Inhale to come forward again. And then leaving the left hand down, your right arm will reach up. Take a full breath in here. On your exhale, right arm goes back. You'll find a twist. And you do that 2 more times. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, right arm goes back. Last one, inhale through center, working the spine, working the ribs. Exhale, right hand goes back, and you hold. So all of the mobility in your spine comes from your middle rib cage right here. All that twisting, whether you're putting a seatbelt on or screaming at the grandkids in the back seat. So that's what you're working. Take another breath in. Stay to exhale. Inhale, lift the right arm back up through center. Exhale, right hand to the back of the chair. Left foot steps forward. You can pedal it out a little bit here. So that was your lunge first set. We'll do that again. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hands to the back of the chair. Right foot steps back this time. And again, you find your comfortable position, heel up or heel down. Take a breath in. Exhale, straighten the left leg, chest comes down. Inhale, bring it forward to lunge. And then stay here, right hand down, left arm up, breathe in. Exhale, left arm goes back, twist. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left hand goes back. 1 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, twist back. Holding for 3, almost forgot. Keeping it open for 2. If you want to challenge the balance a little bit, you can look back to the left hand. Take 1 more breath in. Stay to breathe out. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, left hand to the back of the chair, right foot steps forward. Pedal out your feet a little bit here. You'll take your chair, move it out of the way. And so now you get to come to stand either in the middle of your mat or just the middle of your floor. We won't be using a chair for this section. If at any point you feel like you're getting tired, you need a break, remember that this is really just a practice of breathing. The movements are here to make us more aware of our bodies, but you go at your own pace, all right? All 10 toes point forward, so your feet are out a little bit wider than your hips. Nice and steady here, shoulders soften down. Take a breath in, let both arms reach up. On your exhale, start to pivot your right toes and bend your right knee. So you find your warrior 2 stance. Just being aware of any hip or knee issues, you might have your knee dial in a little bit more for this, if that feels more comfortable in the hip. So long as your knee and your toe are pointing in the same direction, you want to keep the bones lined up. So you find what's comfortable. You find what feels really steady in your body, in your feet. And then when you're there, you bring your arms out. Set your gaze over your front fingers. Flip your right palm. Reach up to reverse your warrior. Really lift through the fingertips. Exhale, side angle lunge. Front forearm, front thigh. Make sure not to let the knee go too far past the toes. Bring it back. Inhale to reverse, lift up. Exhale, side angle lunge. 1 more time through that. Inhale, reverse it, reaching up. If you need a break through the hips, straighten the front leg. Exhale, side angle lunge, front forearm towards the front thigh. Inhale to reverse your warrior. This time, straighten your front leg. And then you'll grab the right wrist with the left hand. Start to lift up out of the hips. Find your mountain pose in your spine again. Both arms come back out. Soften the shoulders. And then I want you to see how straight you can get your right leg without locking out the knee. So we don't want to lock out. You want to find that micro bend to strengthen all of those joints and muscles around the knee. Palms down. Start to reach with your right hand. Right arm comes parallel to your right leg. So this is your lifted triangle. And then as you're here, I want you to play with your hips. So it might feel better to roll the left hip forward. It might feel better to keep it open. And so you kind of play with that. See what feels more stable. Take 1 more breath in. On your exhale, cross your right arm with the right leg. This is your triangle pose. Your left arm reaches high on your inhale. Exhale, palms come together, little twist down. Do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, palms meet. 1 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, triangle pose, left arm reaches. Exhale, bend your right knee back to warrior 2. Inhale through center, 5-pointed star. You'll pivot all 10 toes towards me. Exhale, hands at heart. Take a second here, roll the shoulders back a little bit. And bring the shoulders forward. Now if at this point you're thinking, I can't really do this with my arms, all of this can be done without the shoulders involved. So I'll show you that on the second side. 10 toes pointed forward, steady through the hips. Take a breath in. On your exhale, pivot your left toes. You'll find your warrior 2 second side. Again, your arms could be out. I'm going to do this side with my hands on my hips for those folks with shoulder issues. But you get yourself in line, get yourself steady. On your inhale, you reverse, little tip to the right. Exhale, side angle lunge, tip to the left. 2 more times. Inhale to reverse. Again, you can be doing this with the arms too. Exhale, side angle lunge. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. And so moving the spine steady through the feet, reverse it on your breath in, straighten your front leg. You might be reaching back with the left hand, and if you are, grab that wrist and lift yourself up. Both arms come back out. Bend the left knee just a tiny bit. Reach with your left hand, left arm parallel to your left leg. You stay lifted here. And again, you can keep a hand on the hip. You do what feels good in the shoulders. It's really the spine moving here and the legs being steady. And you're here for 3. Keep pressing through your feet. 2. 1 more breath in. Exhale, cross left arm with left leg. Right arm reaches high. Inhale. Exhale, palms come together. And do that 2 more times. Lift it up. Inhale. Exhale, palms meet. Last one here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, right arm reaches, triangle pose. Exhale, bend your left knee back to warrior 2. Inhale through center, 5 pointed star. Maybe the arms go up. Exhale, hands at heart. All right, from here, we're gonna work a few squats. I want you to bring the chair a little bit closer to you just in case you need something to sit back into as you do this. And you've got 2 options for this, and it really just depends on how this feels in your hips. So if your hips tend to be a little bit more sensitive, they don't like external rotation, I want you to keep your toes pointing forward, and you're going to make the movements just bending and straightening. If you like a little bit more rotation out in the hips, you'll bring your heels in and your toes out. And we're not making ballerina feet, we're making normal human feet that go about 45 degrees, all right? And this is where you set up your goddess pose or squat. Both arms might reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your hips. And you don't have to come all the way down here, right? You can stay up here. So feel it out in your body. Where does it feel good in the knees? Where does it feel strong in the thighs? And you're breathing again for 3. So there's a little bit of a hold. Again, you're here with the knees out, or you're in a regular squat with the knees in a little bit more. Take another full breath in. Stay to exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up, straighten. Exhale, bend your knees, lower your hips. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale to the top. Exhale, float your arms down by your sides. Step your feet back together and circle out your hips. Little bit of a break after all that opening. Take it the opposite direction. And then coming again to the side of your chair. So you've got it on a steady surface. And what I want to work here is the outer hip muscle. And so you've got your gluteus maximus that we all know about. There's some nice muscles that sit underneath that help to stabilize the pelvis. And so you're going to be tipping open. It's almost like you're a little teapot here. You can leave your hand on the chair. I know some of my students like to take this a little bit crazier and bring their hand to the seat. So all you're doing is opening and closing. So that's your choice. You can stay here and inhale, open the leg. Exhale, bring the feet together. Or you can inhale, open the leg, bring the hand to the seat of the chair. Exhale, feet come back together. That's a trickier balance. Do that again. Inhale, open the right leg. Exhale, feet come together. And then this one you're holding. So inhale to open. Your hand can stay on the back of the chair. Maybe it comes to the seat. And it doesn't matter how high the leg gets. I just want you to feel that activation through the outer hip. And then pulse it for 3. Lift it up. 2. And 1. Hold it at your highest point. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, as slow as you can, bring the feet back together. So you work that control through the belly. Work it through the back. Everything comes down. Take that to your second side. All right, so your right foot stays planted. Toes are pointed forward. Hand can be on the back of the chair, or you can take it tipping. So inhale to lift the left leg. Exhale, feet together. And 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, feet together. Last one, inhale, open. Exhale, feet together. Now you hold. Inhale to open. And this is not a muscle that gets a ton of work, so it might be really hard to hold up. Don't overdo it, but pulse for 3, 2, and 1. Hold it at the highest point, so you're really working that outer hip. Take a full breath in, and then as slow as you can, bring it back together. Sometimes you just kind of collapse the feet back together. It doesn't always work out how you want it to. Again, meet yourself where you are today. Wrapping up our standing here. Mountain pose. Find it here first, so your feet are about hips width distance. You're nice and steady. Reach up on your breath in. If you're going up with the arms, exhale, hands through heart center. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Start to bring your hands to your thighs. Straighten out the spine on your breath in. Exhale, both arms go back. Press through your feet, arms go up, hips stay low. Inhale. Exhale, hands at heart, lower to your chair for 3, 2, and 1. You get to sit, but you get right back up. On your inhale, press through your feet, chair pose, arms can go up. Exhale, hands to thighs. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, arms go back. Inhale, chair pose, arms go up, quads are burning here. Exhale, hands at heart, sink it down for 3, 2, and you're in your seat. Last round through that. You can skip it or you can keep going. Inhale, chair pose, arms go up. Exhale, hands to thighs. Chest lifts, inhale, get long. Exhale, arms go back. Press down, arms go up, chair pose, last one. Exhale to your chair for 3, and 2. Bring it all the way down. Tap out through your feet. Your legs get a little bit of a break here. Take a full breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Especially those seniors watching this video, I'm on to you. I know that was hard, but I know it's because you're capable of way more than people give you credit for. All right, so this is your wind down here. Everything's nice and easy from here. I like to use straps in class, so if you have a bathrobe tie, you could always use something like that, or if you have a strap even. For the rest of you, lift your right leg out in front of you. Just bring the hands behind your thighs to hold it up. You can kind of interlace the fingers behind the thighs. And then continue to sit up nice and tall. So you're working just to get some length through the back of the leg. Take 3 breaths in. And 3 breaths out. You might even point and flex through the toes or roll out through the ankles here. And then if you've got a strap, you'll bring it into your right hand and open your leg out to your right side. If you're just working with your hands, you'll just do the same thing. Guide your leg out to your right, taking 3 more breaths. And if the hands aren't working, you can always hold it up. You want to feel this right through the inner thigh. Inhale back through center. If you've got your strap, it'll come into the left hand and you'll start to bring your leg across your body. So this is where you can lean back a little bit and use one of your hands to kind of guide your right leg across. Feeling that opening right through the outer hip, and then it's 5 breaths here. Especially with all that work we did with your warrior 2s, with your chair pose, with your little leg lifts there. So this is going to start to release some of that tension. And you take another breath in and out. Bring your right leg back through center on an inhale. Exhale, right foot back down to the mat. Kind of just give yourself a little sway from side to side. And you'll do the same sequence on the second side. When you're ready, the left leg lifts. You can use your muscles to kind of hold it there. You can interlace your hands behind your thighs, or you can grab a strap and bring it around the ball of the foot if you've got one of those. And you're holding for 3. Again, always welcome to roll out the ankle, point and flex through the toe. 2. One more breath in, keep sitting tall. Stay to breathe out. And then inhale to open your leg out to your left side. If you've got the strap, you can keep that in your left hand. You can do it with the hands, or you can just let the leg kind of hang out there. Keep sitting out. One more breath in. Nice long exhale. Inhale the left leg through center. Exhale, it comes across the body. So you can lean back in the chair, really getting into the outer hip. And you don't have to bring your leg all the way across your body. You might feel sensation in the outer hip just right here. So that's all you're really going for, is that sensation. And it's different for every single body. So take 3 more deep breaths where you are. And that's always the most important part. Next inhale brings your left leg back through center. Exhale, foot back down to the mat. You can sway a little bit into the hips, releasing more through the outer hip. Just a couple more postures here. So continuing with the outer hip stretch, you'll take your figure 4. You can do this 3 different ways. And again, it all depends on how it feels in your hips and your knees. Option 1 is crossing your right ankle over your left knee. Now, most people when they get here are going to be feeling some pretty intense sensation in the outer right hip. If you're feeling that and it's too much, or if you're feeling tugging in the knee, I want you to kind of play with adjusting the thigh in, or maybe even fully crossing the legs. For others of you, it's going to feel better to simply cross the ankles and squeeze the thighs together. And so that's strengthening the midline. And you can fold forward from any of these positions. Hands can rest in your lap, but you keep the shoulders relaxed down so that your spine is long. If you haven't picked up on that theme yet, I'm sure you have by now. And you just take 5 of your deepest breaths. So it comes to this point where you could even close your eyes, where you really focus on the sensations that come with an inhale and leave with an exhale. And then notice the quiet. What do you hear? Notice where your thoughts take you. Remembering that it's not bad or you're not failing at yoga if you're thinking. All you want to do is become more aware of your breath, of your body, and of your internal landscape. So take 1 more breath in. Nice steady breath out. And then as you inhale, if you fold it forward, start to hinge back up. Exhale, both feet back down to the ground. Reach arms up on your breath in. 1 more twist. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back over to your right side. You're holding this one a little bit longer for 5. Now, the more you can lift up, the better the twist for 4. Not overdoing anything. Last 3 breaths. Two. Next inhale brings you back up through center. Palms out, exhale your arms, float down by your sides. And take that to the second side, your figure 4, option 1. Left ankle over right knee. And this side might feel completely different, so you might take a different shape here. Targeting the outer left hip for sensation, never anything in the knee, and so it's this. It's crossed or somewhere in between, maybe fully crossed, or it's ankles crossed. Now if the legs are crossed, or if the ankles are crossed, you're kind of squeezing the thighs together a little bit, so you're sitting up a little bit taller. And then if it feels good, you'll fold forward. And see how it feels to take the next 5 breath cycles in silence. Take another breath in. And another breath out. Your inhale brings you back up. Exhale, both feet back down to the mat wherever they are. Final twist, both arms can reach. Inhale, remembering you don't have to lift the arms. Exhale, twist over to your left side. Right arm comes forward. Breathing for 5. Tall for 4. One more breath in through your nose. Maybe out through the mouth. Inhale back up through center. And exhale, arms come down by your sides. And from here, you'll start to get situated for your final posture of the practice. Maybe sitting back in your chair, whatever comfortable position you can find for this. This is arguably the most important part of your practice today. You move the body really to get to this place so that you can just sit, so that you can just feel the breath, and so that you know for the next few minutes, you don't have anything you need to worry about. Because when you land in this exact moment, regardless of what chaos is happening outside of you or around you in your day-to-day life, for this breath, you're okay. And so that's what you stick with. You find your comfortable seat. Maybe your hands are resting in your lap. You can lean back into the chair if you're still seated. You start to let a little bit more softness come in through the feet, through the ankles. Your legs get heavy. Your thighs and your sits bones supported by whatever surface you're resting on. You'll notice another deep breath in to expand the belly, expand the chest, and on that exhale, your torso relaxes down. Shoulders soften, and your arms get heavy all the way to your fingertips. Maybe swallow to release through the throat. Open and close the mouth to release the jaw. And then bringing your focus and attention to the space between your brow. You take another purposeful breath in. And as you release, let your whole face soften. And it's here that you get to feel your body held up. You let your breath feel supported. And you come back to noticing, becoming aware of your breathing, aware of your body, aware of your thoughts, but ultimately remembering that you don't have to chase after every thought that pops into your head. And so you focus on counting your next 15 breath cycles. In through the nose, out through the mouth or nose, and that's 1. Know that you'll hear my voice again when it's time to come out of this pose. But for now, you relax. You let go. You take your final posture of the practice, your Shavasana. Start to bring some awareness back to your breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. And start to wiggle, invite some movement back in through your fingers and your toes. Maybe shrugging the shoulders up and back. You let both arms reach on your breath in. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center. Your eyes can stay closed or your gaze soft, pressing your thumb knuckles into your heart. Grateful to be healthy enough to take this practice today. Bringing your thumbs to your forehead. And it's here that we bow with thanks, with love, with gratitude, and say namaste. And thank you all for tuning in. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I hope to do more of these in the coming weeks. And for those of you who are used to practicing with me in the studio or at the senior center or the library or wherever it is that I see you, I can't wait to see you again soon. Stay safe, stay healthy.